point! Get him! Whoa!
Terror!
No way!
There!
Start!
I shall provide support. Punishing shot! Pull shot! Tornado drive! How about an encore?
Impressive.
7 face!
That's right!
And that's a wrap.
I'm just getting started.
Huh? There!
Whoa! Whoa! I got your back! Whoa!
Always one step ahead.
Hey, looky here!
How about an encore?
Impressive.
High five!
Like this?
So this is experience.
Right on point! Please don't forget about me! Get him!
Hit him with Wednesday!
Embrace for his butt kicking time!
Wind lash!
The likes of you will not stop me. This is where the old booster research lab was located.
There used to be several buildings here, but they've all been torn down. That was probably my fault. They abandoned this place after I infiltrated it.
Is that all you did?
Hey, this is me you're talking to. The client got way more than their money's worth.
So you managed to smuggle out information about the boosters?
Not just information, an actual prototype. Couldn't get my hands on one of those third-gen models, though.
You mean Tipo?
I'd say it was a dirty trick. Who'd have thought they'd hide their top-secret device in some children's toy? When I found its blueprints, I threw them away. It looked like someone scribbled gibberish. You can imagine my surprise when I first saw Elise and Tipo and Hamil.
So you knew who they were all along?
Come on, don't get upset. My booster job was long done by then. No conflict there.
That's not the issue here.
Apparently not. What is the issue here?
Let's change the subject. What exactly was your job at the time?
Kinda feel like I'm being interrogated.
We'd just like to know you better.
Fine, fine. At the time, I was working as your escort. You're the one who hired me, remember? Come on, don't look at me like that. Hey, I'm a professional here. I take the work, I do a good job, and I move on. How did that become a strike against me?
Who's this?
My mother. She's not doing too well. I don't have a father or any siblings, so I have Violet look after her when I'm not around.
Well, hello.
Hi.
It's nice to see you, Balin. Slipped out of your house to come play, did you? What a shame that Alfred isn't here to play with you now. Where did that boy go off to?
What is she talking about?
Leticia, Alfred's away at boarding school, remember?
Oh, yes, that's right. That poor boy must be crying his eyes out. He's so shy, and he always gets so lonely.
Don't worry. He sent a letter saying he's fine.
Oh, yes, and that he'll come home for his next break. I promised we'd take a trip on the big boat when he does.
I know. Alfred said he can't wait to go.
You know what he said in his letter? He said he hoped that I wasn't crying. Isn't that funny? He's such a kind, thoughtful boy.
Being away from our hometown has been tough on her. And my dad dying didn't help. All she talked about was how she wanted to go back home to the house we all lived in. Maybe she's happier now that she's forgotten all about that life.
Oh.
You've been doing all this for your mother?
Yep. All these dirty jobs, it was all for Mommy. Touching tale, isn't it?
Alvin, you don't have to be like this.
Spare me your sympathy. It's all rotten in the end. It's enough to drive me crazy myself.
Excuse me.
Got something to say?
Listen. You know that I was an orphan too, right? If I hadn't gotten involved in that line of work, I never would have survived my childhood.
In other words, don't say anything to Jurgen.
Also, I don't want to look after Leticia anymore. And I want you to tell Exodus to leave me alone.
I'm afraid I can't do that. Only Exodus can make the medicine my mother needs. And you're the only doctor shady enough to prescribe it.
I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go straight.
Sorry. But I think it's a fair price for keeping my mouth shut.
How could you? All I want is to live happily with Jurgen.
And you can. As long as he doesn't find out about your past. All done.
But she's crying.
Yeah, she's a big old crybaby.
We're just gonna leave her like that?
If you're so worried, go console her. Comfort the poor, tragic princess.
Home strike! Home strike! Now! It's not working? Try water! Alright! It's not working? All right! Hold finished! All right! Home strike! Now! Sunspark! Try light!
Not good. Not good. I'm sorry.